Hi everyone, so I've made a lot of videos in the past about people doing weird things to me, and this is another one of those. Oh no! It's not very nice braiding work, is it? To be fair, I did this at like 5 in the morning on the bus with no mirror. So the first story, this is a very crazy thing that happened. It was so bad and so unexpected, and I'm still kind of shocked that actually happened. I was in line for the bus, or I wasn't in line, I was on the side, so I wasn't in the actual line. And the bus got there and people were getting on, and usually when I'm getting on the bus, I let people, old people and people with like disabilities and whatever, like I let them get on first. In my mind, I was just being a good person, but in somebody else's mind, I was the opposite. I heard this old man behind me just yell out, stupid girl, he's trying to get on. And I was like, what's happening here? He can't be talking to me, like I'm not in anybody's way, and anybody who wants to board this bus can easily get past me. This guy kept like shouting, so I turned around and this old man, like old, proper old, was like shouting in my face like, stupid girl, like get out of the way, like what are you doing, and all these things. And then he hit me with his cane. He literally like hit me, like lifted it, like properly hit me. I didn't see that coming at all. And I don't really appreciate just being hit for no reason. That was not very nice at all. It's not like it hurt me or anything, but it was just very uncomfortable, and it's just like a scary thing. Like, you don't want someone to just hit you, like what the hell, like that's not okay at all. And then this girl behind me, she was just like, what was that guy's problem? Like, you were just being a good person trying to like people on, like what the hell, like what was he doing? Like he was crazy. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just trying to be a good person, but that didn't work very well today. So let's change the mood of this video with a cute story, or a nice funny story, whatever. My best friend here happens to be a guy, and obviously us being opposite genders, a lot of people just assume that we're a couple, which we're not. Like, we both have our own companions, we're best friends, we're super close, but you can be super close with a person of the opposite gender without having any romantical interest at all. But people just don't understand that. In a lot of places we go, people like assume that we're together. This one time we went to a store and he went to like go pay for a drink, and the lady in at the till like asked him, are you not gonna get a drink for your beloved? Like pointing at me, and I was like, beloved? So obviously the one right thing here to do is that now we call each other beloved. I mean, it's something that we have fun with, but at the same time it really annoys me that you can't like have a friend of the opposite gender without like people assuming that, because gender things just annoy me. So fun fact about me, I am the most gullible person ever, and my boyfriend is probably the best liar ever, as in he doesn't lie to me, but he pranks me a lot. So a lot of times he'll call me and pretend that he's some kind of person from some kind of like service person, or from like the company I work for, or like my phone provider, or any kind of these things, and he'll like come up with this story, and he like changes his voice, but most of the time I can tell it's him, and then I'll like joke and like give like funny answers and stuff. The bad thing about this is that he's so good at it, so when anyone calls, I just assume that it's him. So this guy called me from O2, which is the phone network that I use, and he was like, oh, I'm just gonna hear how happy you are with your subscription. And I thought, of course, this is my boyfriend, like he's just messing with me. And I was like laughing a lot and giving like stupid answers and all these things, and this guy was like really funny, because like when he opened, he was like, hello. So I was like, oh, this is just my boyfriend messing around. And he said like a lot of things that just made it sound like this person knew things about me, so I thought he was my boyfriend. And he was like, where do you study? And I told him where I study, and he was like, oh, I used to study in blah blah blah. I don't know if you know that area, and that's the exact area that I live in. So I was just like, what is the odds that like you would mention that exact area, like you're my boyfriend, I know it. But he wasn't. And when he hung up, he literally said thanks for the giggles because I'd been laughing so much. Because in the beginning I was like making fun of things and I was laughing, but then like after a while I was just laughing because I knew how much I was making, like how much of a fool I was making out of myself. I'm just really good at life. Last story for this video. I got out of my train station, and like in that area a lot of people just stand there and represent organizations and want you to join up and pay for all these things and stuff, so they want to like talk to you and like stop you and talk to you, and they're standing right by my bus stop, so it's always like, oh my god, how am I gonna avoid them today? So that day I was walking to my bus stop as usual, and this guy was standing there, and I knew that he was gonna try and talk to me, and I think he was trying to be really clever and try to like find a cool way to make like to start the interaction, and he literally just pointed at me and said, you must be American. Like, I'm used to people asking me if I'm American, but I hadn't even said anything yet, so that was just really unexpected. But obviously I wasn't gonna tell him no, so I was like, how did you know? So he was like, oh, because of like your snapback and you just look cool, so I thought, oh, you must be an American girl. And I was like, yeah. So that was just really funny. And then my bus just got there, so I was like, oh, I need to go to my bus, bye. And he was like, oh no. the bus was just there in like such perfect timing, and I was like, yes, I'm getting away from this conversation. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed these little stories, and I'm gonna head off to uni now, so I hope you're all enjoying your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Keep up the good vibes.